Hello friends, welcome to Lahari Lectures. In this video, you can watch Computer Science one-word question and answers from question 1001 to 1050. First question, who generally has the authority to grant privileges to other users? Data Administrator DBA. Next question, DCL is mainly related to data security and authorization. Which command gives a user permission to access a table? Grant. Which SQL statement removes select permission from a user? Revoke select. DCL commands are associated with authorization. Which command controls access rights on database objects? DCL. The main purpose of DCL is managing user access and privileges. Which SQL statement is used to give select permission on a table? Grant select. Which SQL statement removes update privilege from a user? Revoke update. Which privilege allows a user to read data from a relation? Select. The grant command is related to authorization. Which SQL statement is used to remove select privilege? Revoke select. A privilege in DBMS represents permission to perform operations on database objects. The principle of granting only required permissions is called least privilege principle, which command control access rights to database objects DCL. Which SQL command is used to provide all privileges to a user? Grant all privileges. Which SQL category does revoke belong to? DCL. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. The primary purpose of DML is to manipulate and retrieve data stored in the database. Which SQL command is used to retrieve data from a table? Select. Which SQL command is used to insert new records into a table? Insert. Which SQL command modifies existing records in a table? Update. Which SQL command removes selected rows from a table? Delete. Which DML command is used to retrieve only specific columns from a table? Select. Which clause is commonly used with the select statement to filter records? Where? Which clause is used to sort the output of a select query? Order by. Which keyword eliminates duplicate rows from the result? Distinct. Which command inserts multiple rows into a table? Insert into. Which statement deletes all rows from a table but keeps the table structure? Truncate table. Truncate is classified as a DDL command. Which command removes only the record satisfying a condition? Delete where. Which DML command can be used without modifying data? Select. Which command is used to retrieve all columns from a table? Select. Next question. The where clause is used with select, update and delete. Which SQL command is used to modify selected records based on a condition? Update where. Which clause is used to arrange query results in ascending or descending order? Order by. Which statement deletes all records from a table while keeping the table structure? Delete from student. Which SQL clause is evaluated before order by? Where? Which SQL statement is used to retrieve only unique department names? Select distinct department from employee. Which SQL statement deletes employees whose salary is less than 20,000? Delete from employee with salary less than 20,000. Which SQL query retrieves all employees with salary greater than 50,000? Select star from employee with salary greater than 50,000. Which SQL statement deletes all tuples while preserving the relation schema? Delete from employee. TCL stands for Transaction Control Language. The primary purpose of TCL is to manage database transactions. Which TCL command permanently saves the changes made during a transaction? Commit. Which TCL command is used to undo changes made during current transaction? Rollback. Which TCL command creates a point within a transaction to which you can later roll back? Save point. After executing a commit command, changes become permanent. Which command is used to cancel uncommitted changes? Rollback. A transaction is a logical unit of work performed on a database. Which command is executed when the user wants to make transaction changes permanent? Commit. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.